All right, everyone, welcome back to Struggle Bus Acres. Today we are working the loader tractor. So I've had a few clips of this already. I'll get put in, but we did get the engine free. I'll insert those real quick. Anyway, we did find out that that starter was on it, was not working correctly. We found a starter parts tractor that's working correctly. My dad just grabbed new battery cables. That's pretty bad. We did have some Marvels and some WD-40 soaking in the cylinders. Pulled out the spark plugs. I realized the fluid in the cylinders are probably stopping me from getting the engine to spin all the way around. Now that we got the fluid out, it is spinning with the pry bar, but now we got a starter in, and we're just going to start spinning it over to help lubricate those cylinders. What's interesting about these WDs, the starter is only held on by that single bolt. It just goes through. It's kind of a cone-shaped bolt, and it presses into the starter, holds it there. I do have a band to put around that to keep it clear, but I'll go check in on Dad, see if he found a cable yet. Hey everyone, it's about a week after we got all these tractors. I'm out here at my place today on the Allis Chalmers that had the nice loader on it. Like I said, I believe this one is stuck. I've had the cylinder soaking with some Marvel's mystery oil and WD-40 for about a week. So hoping that maybe loosen some stuff up. Inside the cylinders didn't look too bad. I did see what would happen when I put a battery on, and if you guys didn't know this, all electricity is actually smoke powered. If you do something, let that smoke out, you actually can't put the smoke back in it. So I gotta probably chase down some wiring and all that, but I'm gonna pull the starter and see if I can get a bar and on the flywheel, just see if I can rotate it like that. I got a new battery and a new battery cables for this. And then I'll probably have to run a hot wire to get some power to the coil. But I'm gonna get the starter out and see what it looks like inside. All right, I'm in the shop here. Got the starter off. Notice something interesting. The nose cone's all busted off in it. Walk out to the tractor and see if that part is in there. I did just try hooking a battery to it and running it over. It didn't do anything. I do have a new solenoid switch though. But first I'm gonna go out, see if I can get this engine to spin over. Got my handy dandy, I think it's a 2-foot pry bar, Harbor Freight Special. We'll see what we can do. Coon pigs are cheering me on. Let's get a look in there. Can you guys tell me if the nose cone piece is laying in there somewhere? I don't think I see it. All right. See if we can set you guys up here. See if this turns out at all. I think it's turned over for me. That's good. Get my bar in there. Oh, that makes me happy. Seems she's turned over for me. Alrighty, I'm just gonna keep working at it for a while. Alright guys, I got the starter out and I got a pry bar in here. I'm gonna set you up and see if we can get this engine to rotate. It's a little tight. I might have to grab a different pry bar, but I'll use the big one first. It wants to wiggle for me. It's hard to get the pry bar where I want it. Oh hey, there's the missing piece of that nose cone for the starter. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Maybe if I'm a decent enough welder, I can get that put back on there. Alright. I'm gonna get a different size tri bar and try something else. I was looking a little bit further into this rotor cap, and the points in here were pretty corroded, but the little contact in the middle is all busted up. Fortunately, I had a good distributor on that one, so I pulled the plug wires. Actually, everything looks better on it. To put on this one, my dad just got here with the new points and condenser that we're going to throw in this tractor. Alright, so I'm tracing back some electrical stuff. I do have power from the battery to this switch, and this wire runs down to the ammeter, which also powers this switch for some reason. Not sure what that wire goes to. Then we have a voltage regulator. This wire here is actually off of it. So I should have power going a few places. I'm going to come around and I'll check to see if I have power over here. Where is my... There we go. So good. We got power there. We got power there. We got power there. So let's go ahead and open up this cap. I'll be waiting on that rotor. My dad got one ordered. He'll be over here later today. And see if I get zapped or not. Got my screwdriver. I'm not getting anything through that. Kind of what I thought. I thought these points were pretty well goofed, so let me check, see if I have any voltage down here. So I got power there, power there, power there. Could be a condenser. That whole thing might just need to be cleaned out. We'll keep playing around with it. Alright guys, we found a battery cable laying around. Believe it or not, we save a lot of things. We've switched some cables out in other tractors, so we kept this one around that was still in pretty good shape. I have learned over the years a lot of our problems come from cruddy battery cables. We used to always just buy the clamp-on ends, and they'd work for a bit, and they're good for an emergency if you have an issue. Long term, they're not going to last. So if I have an issue with the battery cable, I've actually been buying the solder ends on, and they are way better. So we're getting this cable put on. We'll get hooked to the positive and see what happens. All right, I'm standing back. We got the starter in, had to mess with some stuff, but we'll see how good it sounds turning over now with power. Oh yeah, that's good. That's awesome. I'm gonna go grab a compression gauge where I got everything out. We'll see what compression's like, and then we'll see if we can get it to fire off. I'm guessing the fuel system's gonna need cleaned a bit. There's quite a bit of varnish in the sediment bulb. We'll see, at least we get spark and maybe an ether pop off.